Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 847th Rome Total War Brother game that I've put onto YouTube, and what a cracking battle I've got for you today. This is also the 5th battle of disadvantages. Those that watch our battle videos regularly would have seen the other 4 battles of disadvantages. Well, this is the 5th, and of course the reason it's called the battle of disadvantages is because Team 1 on this map has got so many disadvantages here. Okay, so I'll just show you this map. I know a lot, as I say, a lot of you that have seen this this map before will know about the disadvantages, but those of you that might not, here's a bit of a display for you. Can you see here how Team 1 has got a real literal mountain to climb to get up onto the top of the hill there? And as you can see, Team 2, they just got to walk forward and they're on top of the hill already. So can you see the disadvantages that Team 1 has? That's what we call these on this particular map, the battle of disadvantages here, because look at Team 1, the height that they have to climb to get on top of the hill, and as I say, the other team just literally got to walk forward and they're on top of the hill already. So that's why we call these the battle of disadvantages here, because Team 1 is at such a disadvantage. Okay, and as I say, this is the 5th battle of disadvantages, and what a cracking battle this is going to be for you. Okay, our first teammate is Brotherhood member Nestus. Now he's got 6 heavy spearmen, 8 archers and 6 chariots. Okay, unusual to see him bring Egypt, so it'll be interesting to see how he handles this army. Quick look at the upgrades. There you are. If you notice his spearman there, he's put 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. These spearmen are quite good, especially with good upgrades on like that. And then he's got the Pharaoh bowmen with gold shield, gold attack. Remember, these Pharaoh bowmen are thought to be, pound for pound, the best archers in the game. When they run out of arrows, they are really good light infantry as well. So as I say, thought to be the best archers in the game. Now we move on to the Egyptian chariots. Now these chariots have got big attacking specifications, big fear factor. Okay, but one thing that they don't do, they don't run amok. Okay, so that's very good. When they rout, they just leave the battlefield like any other unit, so they don't run amok. So I think that's a big plus for chariots in this game. Okay, and as I say, it'll be interesting to see how well Nestus handles these this Egyptian army during the course of the battle. Okay, but just look at the hill that he's got to climb there. And there's the Egyptian general. For those of you that might not have seen the Egyptian general before, there he is, stood proudly on his chariot there. So, as I say, it'd be interesting to see how Nestus handles that army during the course of the battle. Our next teammate is a Brotherhood member, Sparky. He's called himself Sparley, but it is in fact Sparky. And he has got 5 heavy spearmen, 8 archers, and 6 cavalry. Okay, quick look at his spearmen there. He usually puts good upgrade. Oh, they were, if you count the upgrades, 9 upgrades, fully upgraded. 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. You can see that they're spear carriers, so they're anti-cavalry, but also they're pretty good at holding infantry as well. And then he's got his archers there. Now, if you notice, he's got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. But these archers are very mediocre. Their range is medium. As you can see, they wear no armor, so their defense is pretty poor as well. That's why he's put so many upgrades on. Oh, that bloke looks like he's just about to show his bottom to the enemy, doesn't he? There. So and usually the cavalry, it's the cataphracts on Armenia that are the battle winning troops. Oh, there you go. Look, if you count the upgrades there, 1 2 3 4 5, pull back a little bit. There you are, 9 upgrades, 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his cataphracts. We call these guys the tanks of the ancient world because they're armored from head to toe, and with those type of upgrades on, they can be battle winning troops there. So it's pretty good Armenian army there. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Dionysos. Now Dionysos has got 7 archers, just 7 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, if you have a look at the upgrades on his infantry, he's only got gold shield, gold attack. Now bearing in mind he's only got 7 infantry, that's not a lot of upgrades, is it? But if you look at archers there, can you see he's got 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on these archer auxiliary, which are already elite archers there. So with those upgrades on, that makes them even more special. And I'm guessing his cavalry are going to be upgraded. There you are, good upgrades on his cavalry, 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So that's a pretty good Roman army, but only 7 infantry. Is that enough? Well, I guess we'll just have to see. Our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander, and I've just got 13 Spartans. Okay, I've got no archers, just 13 Spartans. But if you look at the upgrades on my Spartans, most of my Spartans have got an experience stripe on. Now, we know Spartans fight well with just gold shield, gold attack, but you put an experience stripe on them and that kind of gives them that extra edge in battle there. So as I say, the vast majority of my Spartans have got gold shield, gold attack and an experience stripe on, but just a couple of the units are just gold shield, gold attack there. So there's our team. It's got the potential to be a cracking battle, and I really hope you enjoy it. Okay, at this stage of the battle, we're going to have a look here at how difficult this map is. Here, as you can see, it's very, very difficult for Team 1, and that's why we got the disadvantage there. But what I'm going to do here, we're going to... we've made the battle even harder for ourselves. A lot of people would class Egypt as a lesser 31k faction. Now, if we were fighting this on a desert map, at least the Egyptian troops would get the desert bonus. But of course, it isn't a desert map, so these guys are not even going to get the desert bonus. So as I say, a lot of people would class Egypt as, even though they've got the best archers in the game, a lot of people would class Egypt as a lesser 31k faction. So not only has Team 1 got a map disadvantage, we're bringing factions that some people would class as lesser 31k factions, like Armenia, for instance. Now, their cataphracts are elite cavalry, but really their infantry and archers are what people would class as a lesser 31k faction, as well as Egypt. So, as I say, not only has Team 1 got the map disadvantages in this battle, but we've bought two factions that could be classed as lesser 31k factions. Now we're going to have a look at the archer count. Okay, so Egypt has got 8 archers. Okay, Armenia has got 8 archers, so that's 16 archers so far. Okay, and then Dionysos has got another 7 archers. Okay, so altogether we've got 23 archers. We've got more archers than we've got infantry in those 3 armies. So it'll be interesting to see if those archers make a difference towards the end of the battle. And here is the other team. We have someone who's called himself OTD Chimrazig, but is in fact Scorpion King SR. Now he's got 5 archers, 14 infantry, and just 1 cavalry unit. Yes, 5 archers, 14 infantry, and 1 cavalry unit. Unusual army for Scorpion King there. And he'll make sure he's going to run up on that hill. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Punisher. Now Punisher has got 15 Sacred Band infantry and 5 slingers. Okay, so no cavalry for Punisher. Quick look at the upgrades at his spearman there, and he's put 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. We know that those Sacred Band spearmen are good with just 1 experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack, but 2 experience stripes, that makes some really good infantry there. But no cavalry in that Carthage army. Okay, their next teammate is a new player to Rome Total War, Fesson. Okay, now he's got 9 pikes, 5 archers and 6 cavalry. As said before, it's nice to see a new player who's really keen on Rome Total War starting to play it. So it'll be interesting to see how well he does during the course of the battle. A quick look at the upgrades on his pikes, and you notice he's just got 6 upgrades on, a gold shield, gold attack. We know Macedon morale's not very good, so having a stripe on would have been a good idea. But just look at the length of those pikes that our men have got to fight down. But as I say, just gold shield, gold attack on the pikes is unusual there. As I say, you need that bit of morale boost with an experience drop. My guess is he spent his money on his cavalry. There you go. 8 upgrades, 2 experience stroke gold shield, gold attack on his companion cavalry. Now remember, this companion cavalry has got a massive 9 charge bonus. Roman Praetorian cavalry have only got a 6 charge bonus. These guys, as I say, have got a 9 charge bonus. And you can see they're sometimes called the winged horsemen, because you can see those wing type things on their helmets. So with that 9 charge bonus, the impact and penetration could well make a difference during the course of the battle. And if you notice there, some of his cavalry are fully upgraded. 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So as you can see, he spent the bulk of his money on his cavalry there. So it'll be interesting to see how that cavalry does during the course of the battle. But remember, Fesson is a new player to Rome Total War. and their last teammate is Orcs Zhong there. Now he's got 12 pikes, 2 Silver Shield Legionnaires and 6 cavalry. Okay, so 12 pikes, 2 Silver Shield Legionnaires and 6 cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades on his pikes. He's got 7 upgrades: an Experience Stripe, Gold Shield, Gold Attack on his pikes. Quick look at his cavalry there, and he's just got Gold Shield, Gold Attack on his cataphracts there. Okay, so there's the enemy team. Got the potential to be an absolute cracking battle in this Battle of Disadvantages Part 5. Okay, at this stage of the battle, I just thought I'd give you a heads up on the team battle plan here. You'll see that Egypt, Armenia and Rome, our allies there, are all going to head over to the left flank to join me, as I say, over on the left flank there. Okay, so Amnestos, Sparky and Dionysos there, they're all going to head up to the left flank there. They're not going to try and attack up that steep hill, which could be quite suicidal if we try that. So as I say, we're moving all over to the left flank there. You'll see the enemy, I'm pretty sure, are going to take the higher ground here pretty quickly there. Well, you can see they're on the higher ground already there. You can see Punisher moving his Sacred Band Spearman forward there. But as I say, straight away, just to give you a heads up there, all our team are heading over to the left flank there, rather than doing a suicide attack uphill, which is what the enemy would hope that we would attack uphill, but of course we're not going to do what they want. Right, now here you'll see that I've got up onto the hill quite quickly here. Now what I want to do now is try and chase off the enemy archers, so that would enable my allies to come in behind me there. Okay, so if you notice there, I'm moving towards the enemy troops there. Try and chase off the archers. Try and chase off any enemy troops that might try to attack our position here before our allies have got up onto this flank. If you notice here, you'll see Punisher putting his slingers forward there, hoping that the higher ground would give him range onto our Armenian ally. But luckily for us, our Armenian ally is moving away. And as I say, you can see Amnestos there moving his Egyptian army from the right flank over to the left flank there. As I say, Scorpion King has only got 1 cavalry unit there. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure he'd probably chase the Egyptians with his cavalry if he had more. Here, as I say here, I'm moving my Spartans forward here just to try and chase off the enemy archers there, to enable my allies to get in behind me there without being harassed by archer fire there. Okay, so you see here that Dionysos has got his Red Julia army already up on the top there. You can see our Armenian ally is getting pretty close there, but our Egyptian ally has got a long way to get over to us there. Hopefully he won't be intercepted by enemy troops. Right, okay, so what I've done now, I've pushed the enemy back as far as I can. I don't really want to fight the Macedonians uphill, so I'm now going to bring my Spartans back, if you notice there. But I think I gave enough room for our allies to get up onto that left flank of ours there. And you can see that Dionysos has got his archers there ready to engage the enemy troops. And as I say, our Egyptian ally there, Amnestos, there is moving over. He's given that hill a wide berth, if you notice there. He's coming around, as I say, wide to come over onto the other flank to avoid enemy missile fire and to avoid the chance of being intercepted by possible enemy cavalry there. So that's a good tactical move there by Amnestos there as he moves across. As I say, our Armenian allies moving his troops up on there. He's already got his cavalry there as well. So as I say, that was the team battle plan there, where we all move over to the left flank there. As you see, the enemy has still got the height advantage there on this map. As you can see there. Let's pause the game for a second here. So what Dionysos wants to do here is run his 7 infantry forward and throw loads of pilers into the Macedonian units there. Okay, as I say, Fessen's a new player there. Maybe he could have put a unit in open order in front of his main battle formation. Remember, units in open order suffer less casualties from missiles. Now, as it stands here, his Macedonian units in that tight, close formation is going to suffer big casualties from the pilers. There you are. Look at those pilers going in there. Oh my gosh. So, as I say, units in close tight formation suffer big casualties from missiles. So that's maybe a lesson that the new player Fesson has learned there. Put a unit in open order in front of his main battle formation there. As we said, units in open order suffer less casualties. That's a 121 man unit. Look, see how they've been reduced by just sheer piler hits there. So as I say, a unit in open order in front of his main battle formation there would have been a good move. But as I say, Fesson's a new player. He's still learning the game. So my guess is that he learned a big lesson there. Now over here you'll see that Zhang is moving his Seleucid pikemen there, and he's got the Macedonian cavalry as well as his own cavalry there on this flank, maybe looking to attack us there, moving up the hill on the left side of our defences there. It might be something that he's looking at. But as I say, our Armenian ally's got his cavalry up there. He's nearly got his archers and spearmen up there as well, so that's good news for us. Already Dionysos' archers will be shooting into the enemy ranks. Now remember, those Macedonians there, there's one of his units going into Testudo, okay, which is the classic Roman defence against pike or spear attack. But also you can attack the pike and spear units with that Testudo unit by just moving it forward into those pike units there. Now here where you can see one of Dionysos' Testudo units there being attacked in the flank there by that pike unit. You see those pikes pushing in there on that Testudo unit, but you can also see that Dionysos is moving his Testudo units forward into the enemy Macedonian ranks there. You'll notice that I'm moving my Spartans in behind Dionysos as infantry there, helping to try and take out those Macedonian pikes. Okay, so it's kind of like a joint attack there on those Macedonians, but you can see that they've suffered big casualties. They'll be suffering casualties from archer fire as well. We've got our archers shooting into them as well as shooting into their archers. Okay, you'll see that the SBQR, the purple SBQR units of Scorpion King, he's brought them forward there, probably to throw pilers into my Spartans. As I say here, you'll see that Spark has got his most of his Armenian troops up on top of the hill there, and the archers with their 8 upgrades are shooting into the enemy troops already. Some of our team will be shooting into the enemy archers, but a lot of our team will be using their archers to shoot into the Macedonians there. Make no mistake about that. And here you can see that Dionysos has got some of his Julii auxiliary archers there shooting in, I think, to the companion cavalry of Macedon. There you go. Now these are 54 man unit. Look, that unit's been reduced to 43 already just from archer fire. This unit's been reduced, look, what's he down to there? 30 odd was it there? And just through archer fire there, look. Remember we talk about battlefield awareness, keeping an eye on your units, look. That unit's been reduced to 47, look, from 54 already just from archer fire there. So as I say, that's Fesson's units there, but as I say, he's still learning the game. But here you can see that both my Spartans and Dionysos' Julii infantry there are pushing in to those Macedonian pikes of Fesson there. Okay, now over here you'll see that Amnestos there with his fast-moving chariot units trying to take out those 2 archer units of Scorpion Kings there. Nice aggressive move there by Amnestos. Take those archer units out, reduce the firepower of the enemy team there. Wouldn't surprise me if that archer unit routed almost on routed on impact with that chariot there. So that was well done to Amnestos there. But if you notice here, you'll see that myself and Dionysos has pulled our infantry back. We've put a lot of casualties on those Macedonian pikemen there, so we decided to pull back now, seeing all those Carthage units coming down towards us and those SBQR units of Scorpion King there. But we have damaged the Macedonians a lot. Now over here you'll see that Amnestos, as we saw, were attacking those archer units, but he is now being counter-attacked by Fesson's companion cavalry and Zhang's Seleucid cataphracts there. If you notice there, can you see that? Okay, so they're moving all their cavalry here to attack the Egyptians there, our Egyptian ally there. They're going to have a massive downhill charge bonus into our Egyptian ally there. Okay, But by moving all their cavalry over to that flank, okay, there you can see, as I say, more Macedonian units have been routed there. But as I say, by moving all their cavalry over to that flank there, we may be able to get a bit of a cavalry advantage on the other flank, if you see what I mean there. Okay, so there you can see both Dionysos and Sparky. Notice that the cavalry, the enemy cavalry, have all moved over to this side here, where they're going to try and attack our Egyptian ally downhill with all that downhill bonus that they're going to get. Okay, so that's where all their cavalry is. So now, on the other flank, look, Dionysos and Spark is going to take their cavalry over there and say thanks very much, and maybe get in behind the pikes of Zhang there and smash into the rear, maybe with our cavalry, is what Dionysos and Sparky are thinking there. And make no mistake, those Seleucid pikemen are going to be targeted by our archers as well. Okay, well, that enemy cavalry is away. The mice will play, as that old saying goes. But unfortunately, here's that Macedonian companion cavalry suffering from archer damage there. Look. That's all archer damage there, where Fesson hadn't noticed that his cavalry were being hit by archers. But as I say, we've all been new on RTW, and you know, these are things that we learn from, isn't it? So it wouldn't surprise me. We know Spark is very aggressive. It wouldn't surprise me if he smashed a fully upgraded cavalry unit into the flank or rear of one of these Seleucid pikemen. There you are, up. Just as I thought. Very aggressive attacking there by Sparky there, and bang! And he smashed it into that Seleucid pike unit there. Remember, as I say, those Seleucid pike units are getting hit by archers as well, so they're going to be reduced there. Oh, unfortunately, there, that cavalry unit of Spark has been routed there, but he would have done a lot of damage. Just look at the archer fire going into those Seleucid pike units there. Okay, remember those 121-man units are extremely susceptible to any kind of missile damage. Now here you'll see Scorpion King bringing some of his SPQR infantry over to try and shore up that right flank there, to stop our cavalry doing any more damage to Zhang's pikemen there. Now over here you'll see that I think the companion cavalry of Fesson here, he wants to continue attacking the Egyptian archers there. Okay, where Zhang is taking his Seleucid cataphracts back over to the other side there to help protect his pikemen there, if you notice there. So that's what Zhang was doing, look, taking his cavalry over to help protect his pikemen. There, as I say, the archers here, remember we've got 23 archer units. So we will be causing, make no mistake, the Seleucid pikemen there a heck of a lot of casualties. Remember, look at, we for a change, Team 1 for a change, are on the higher ground. So our archers' arrows will go further and do more damage there with the downhill bonuses that we'll be getting. And make no mistake, I'm thinking that my teammates are going to go for the Seleucid general. Remember, this is a 121-man unit. And what's it been reduced to? 51. There's the general. Look, that's who they like to take out. We know Seleucid morale is not very good. Take the general morale bonus away by killing the general, lowers their morale even more. So as I say, our allies there, my allies there, will really be targeting the general unit there with our archers. Okay. So, as I say, usually those of you that watched our battles in the past will know that Team 1 is usually trying to fight uphill. Well, in this particular battle, look, the enemy, we've got the higher ground, and the enemy are attacking uphill. So, yeah, roles reversed, as they say. But make no mistake, our archers there of my allies will be doing a lot of damage to those Seleucid pikes. You can just see the dead Seleucid pikemen there now on the ground, where they've suffered so many casualties. Okay, so over here you'll see that Carthage has moved down the hill. Now what I'm starting to think of here is if I can tie up a lot of enemy units there, attract a lot of enemy units onto my Spartans, then that could enable my allies to use their cavalry around the battlefield quite well. Right here you'll see that Amnestos is going to try and move his archers up there, I would think, with a view to target the flank of the Carthage Sacred Band units there. That's what I think Amnestos is doing. Now you remember that Fesson was attacking with his well-upgraded cavalry here. Well, it looks to me like he may well have charged into these spear units of Amnestos there. But of course, those spear units are anti-cavalry, so it looks to me like poor old Fesson's lost his well upgraded cavalry. Remember, some of his cavalry was even fully upgraded, and it looks to me there that he charged in to those spearmen there, and unfortunately for Fesson, most of his cavalry has been taken out there. But as I say, you know, we're all new players at one time, and we're all we all had to learn the game. So that's what's happened there. Now, as I say, with my Spartans here, what I want to do is to try and attract a lot of enemy units onto my Spartans there, which may allow my allies, with the flexibility of their cavalry, to get around the battlefield and do a lot of damage. Okay, so remember, these Carthage Sacred Band units, they're spear units, so they're all anti-cavalry. Now, if I can attract them onto my Spartans there, then that will obviously give my allies maybe an advantage with their cavalry to get them around the battlefield there and attack enemy targets. Okay, so here you'll see Scorpion King's SBQR infantry there, charging forward there with the Seleucid pikemen there, trying to force their way uphill. Look, if you notice that. Now, the enemy have definitely got an infantry advantage on us, but we've got an archer advantage. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there as they attack. But as I say, from my point of view with my Spartans, what I want to try and do is attract as many units as I can, which hopefully will allow my allies to shoot arrows into them, and also my allies to use their cavalry around the battlefield, you know, to our advantage there. And I know that Amnestos will be using his elite Pharaoh bowmen there in a really good tactical way. He's lined up all his bowmen, and make no mistake now, these elite, as I say, pound for pound the best archers in the game, will be shooting arrows into the enemy. Now, the archers are shooting uphill, okay, so they will have a slight disadvantage there. Their arrows won't have the impact and penetration that they would, of course, on a flat ground or on higher ground there. But as I say, you can see those the arrows of Amnestos' Pharaoh bowmen there, causing a lot of casualties to these Macedonian pike units there. Now you can see Fesson's put those pike units there to cover his Carthage ally there. So that was a nice move by Fesson there. He's going to take the arrows there, and hopefully his allies will be able to fight my Spartans without being shot with arrows from the rear. Okay, but as I say, here you can see all those Carthage, basically all those Carthage Sacred Band units are now engaging my Spartans. So I've got them tied up at the moment, and I'm just hoping my allies now can take advantage of that and move the cavalry around the battlefield. They'd like to take out Zhang's cataphracts if they could. We know that the companion cavalry have been taken out, so the only cavalry that the enemy have got now are those Seleucid cataphracts. This is a nice move by Scorpion King, look, getting his SBQR infantry up onto the higher ground behind our fighting units there, and trying to take out our archers as well. Okay, so nice tactical move there by Scorpion King with his purple SBQR troops. Here you'll see the Armenian spearmen there with the downhill advantage they've got, holding up those Seleucid pikemen. So well done to Sparky there with his Armenian spearmen there, holding well. But as I say, my Spartans here just trying to hold up as many enemy units as I can. Can you see I've got enemy SBQR units coming in behind? I've got Macedonian units, and of course I'm fighting the Carthage units as well. You can see that Sparky's got a couple of his units in behind me, including his general unit there. So that general there will hopefully be giving me some extra morale bonus there as I'm fighting all those enemy troops. Okay, so there's a general view of what's happening at the moment. You can see up here Scorpion King's archers on the higher ground there will be shooting down probably onto our Pharaoh bow. Yes, if you look at the direction of their arrows there, the way that they're shooting down onto Amnestos as archers there, and they're, of course, they're on the higher ground, so they'll have the advantage there. But as I say here, my Spartans are just being inundated by enemy troops there. But as I say, I am attracting a lot of enemy units there, which is what I wanted to do here. You can see more SBQR infantry getting in behind me there. I think that's a Seleucid general has just been taken out, so that's good news for us. Taking away the bonus from the Seleucid troops there, that's good news. Now over here you'll see that Zhang is using his cataphracts here against two lots of cavalry, because We've got Dionysos and Sparky's cavalry there against the cataphracts of Zhong. Okay, now just think about this, and bang, that cavalry goes in there. If we can take out Zhong's cavalry here, then we've got a massive advantage, because then we've got 2 lots of cavalry and the enemy will have no cavalry. Right, okay, so this is good news for us. We've taken out all of the enemy cavalry now, and so we now can move around the battlefield unimpeded by enemy cavalry. Okay, now they don't make no mistake, the enemy have got a big infantry advantage on us. Okay, and you can see this is a good move by Scorpion King, getting his purple SBQR troops up onto the higher ground above our fighting troops there. So that's a really good move there by Scorpion King, and I think things are looking pretty bad for us. Here you can see that Fessen's infantry have been taking a lot of casualties there from the archers, but here can you see that my Spartans are gradually being ground down by the enemy troops there. So you can see that, and as I say, it wouldn't surprise me if I lost all my troops. Looking at the enemy disposition, looking at the enemy infantry numbers here, I think there's a chance that I could possibly lose all my Spartans there. Okay, I can see lots of my Spartan units starting to rout, and here you are, you can see Scorpion King has got in behind us there, and has now got the downhill charge bonus onto my Spartans. Oh my gosh. Right, okay, so right, all my Spartan army has now been routed. So all my units now have been routed now. I tried to hold as many units up as I could there, so all my units have been routed. So basically now I think we've lost most of our infantry. I think Sparky might have a couple of spear units left, but I think looking at the general battlefield there, and we've got some spear units there of Amnestos there. He's got his Pharaoh Guard spearmen, so we've got a few infantry left. But if you look at the overall picture, you'll see that the enemy have got a lot more infantry than we have, but we have got a big cavalry advantage at this stage of the battle. Okay, but for all intents and purposes here, look, the enemy now have broken us here and could just advance up the hill here if they want. And you can see there that Punisher's moving his Sacred Band Spearman forward there. But as I say, just look at the cavalry advantage that we've got here with Sparky and Dionysos. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if Sparky and Dionysos took out all the enemy missile troops here. Now that's doing us a good turn, and they're going to get some good kills from that as well. There you can see Scorpion King's archers there. He's running them away there, but it wouldn't surprise me if our allies managed to chase them down and kill them as well. But here, look at Scorpion King's SBQR infantry there, look, just running forward, just going to attack our Egyptian ally there, look. As I say, we've got archer advantage and we've got cavalry advantage, but as you can see, they got massive infantry advantage here, and that's just Scorpion King's SBQR infantry. Don't forget, you've got all of Punisher's Carthage spearmen there as well, look. So that's the massive infantry advantage they got. There's a couple of Macedonian pike units left there as well. So as I say, you can see us moving up higher, up to the higher. You can see the enemy moving up to the higher ground there. You can see these Pharaoh Guard spearmen there trying to make a stand against all these SBQR troops. And there, as I say, you can see the enemy Carthage troops moving up as well. So they've actually done very well here, I think, the enemy troops there, and a nice win for them there as well, I think. So well done to them. As I say, we still got our archers shooting into them, and I think these infantry units here, you can see that Sparky's still got his general, his Armenian general left, so that's good, and he's got another spear unit there. But just looking at the enemy numbers here, just look at all those infantry numbers that they've got there. So really well done to the enemy team. I think they played very well. And as I say, Sparky and our other ally, Julio ally there, Dionysos there, are killing all those enemy missile troops. So they're doing a really good turn by doing that, and they're going to get themselves some good kills as well there. But as I say, we definitely have got the cavalry advantage But as you can see, the enemy have got a massive infantry advantage here, including anti-cavalry spear units there, those Carthage Sacred Band. Unfortunately, I think the last of those Pharaoh guards have just been taken out by enemy troops. So we've got very few. I think we might have maybe 2 very battle damaged infantry units left of Sparky's spearmen. And here you can see Sparky's units there charging into those Seleucid legionnaires there. Those legionnaires have just routed, so that was a nice hit there by Sparky. And as I say, we still got our archers shooting into the enemy troops, so that's good news for us. But as I say, just look at Scorpion King's SPQR army and Punisher's army there. Now what I would suggest is, knowing that we have got a cavalry advantage there, I would think that the Roman troops and the Carthage troops should stay together, because then if we try any attacking with cavalry, then of course they've got the anti-cavalry Sacred Band spearmen there to repel any cavalry attack. But good thing for us, look, can you see that the enemy troops, infantry, are splitting up? Now this is good news for us. Now, don't forget, mind, we're still shooting arrows into them, and the elite Pharaoh bowmen still shooting arrows into the rear of the enemy SPQR infantry there. So there you are, you can see our cavalry charging in there. There's a Julii cavalry going in, look, and bang, as it smashes in there. We've got the slight downhill bonus here as well. And there you can see a big unit of those Armenian cavalry going in there, look, and bang, as they smash there. As I say, the SPQR Roman troops here have moved away from the Carthage anti-cavalry spearmen. So, as I say, it would have been a good idea for the enemy Roman infantry and Carthage spearmen to have teamed up, because now those SPQR units have got no actually anti-cavalry units amongst them there, so they could be targets. Now I think Punisher spotted that, and it looks to me like he's trying to run his Carthage anti-cavalry spearmen over towards his SPQR ally. But as I say, with a big cavalry advantage we've got here, we can charge into those infantry from different directions, hitting him from different angles as well. There might be a chance we could take out these SPQR infantry here. Right, you can see there, we're getting around the flank there. The cavalry unit smashing in there, all from different angles. Look, bang and bang as they charge in there. You can see all our cavalry going in from, as I say, from different angles, look, and smashing into that SPQR infantry. Oh my gosh. So we've just taken out all of Scorpion King's infantry there with our big cavalry advantage. So can you see, if you had Carthage spearmen teamed up with the SPQR troops there, those Carthage spearmen would have repelled the cavalry. So now Punisher is on his own now with his Sacred Band army. Now he's doing the right thing, he's moving up onto the higher ground there, so that's a good move for him. But of course, I think most of our archers have still got arrows left, so we can still shoot loads of arrows into those Carthage Sacred Band troops, as you can see. And with the elite Pharaoh bowmen here, still got arrows. And you can see we're moving all our archers towards these Carthage Sacred Band troops. They could well take a lot of casualties here just from archer fire. Now those Carthage Sacred Band troops of Punishers are already battle damaged, so now they're just going to stand there and get hit by archer fire now, as I'm sure our allies now will be shooting it. You can see Dionysos here charging in with cavalry. Look at that, look, and bang! Very aggressive move there, but it wouldn't surprise me if that cavalry unit had to back off there, or routed even, look, from the anti-cavalry spear units. As I say, if Scorpion King's SPQR army and Punisher's army had combined, then I think that would have been a better move there, because obviously we couldn't hit those two armies because of these anti-cavalry Sacred Band units there. But now I think that look at the archer fire coming in to those Sacred Band units there. And, you know, I mean, they're just going to get decimated by archer fire. It wouldn't surprise me, in fact, if Punisher admitted defeat now, because the archer fire alone is going to, as I say, further decimate those Sacred Band units, and then they'll be ripe for a big cavalry hit. There you go. Punisher's just admitted defeat there. So our team has managed to go on to win the battle there. But where it looked like we kind of, I suppose we almost like snatched victory from the jaws of defeat there, really. As I say, if they'd have combined armies there, that could have made things very difficult for us. If we look over here, we can see there was skirmishing going on there. If we move over here, you can see, can you see that line of Macedonian pike dead there? You might be able to see that in a minute. We'll look at that in a minute. But over here, you can see, this is where the companion cavalry of Macedon attacked the spearmen of Egypt there. And of course the anti-cavalry spearmen won there. But here, if you notice here, can you see that long line of Macedonian pike units there? Okay, that is where they were killed by Pylos. Do you remember we saw, I think it was Dionysos there, move his infantry forward and throw loads of Pylos into those Macedonian units. So they lost all those men before they even got into hand-to-hand fighting. There, over here, you can see that companion cavalry there of Phesens. Remember, he didn't notice that his cavalry was being shot to pieces by from our archers. Over here, I believe this is where Jean lost most of his cataphracts there, fighting our two allies' cavalry units. And as we move across the battlefield here, you can see over there, you can see the red-cloaked Spartans there of my Spartans. You can see they're dead amongst a lot of enemy troops there. So I don't think my Spartans did too bad. And as I say, I was just trying to hold up as many enemy units as I could there to allow my allies to get around the battlefield with their cavalry and do the damage that they did. So that was good news. And as we move further up on the hill there, you can see, I think this is where Scorpion King's infantry were taken out by those massive cavalry attacks from my allies. And as we move further on up the hill there, now can you see these Carthage Sacred Band troops, even though they were moving up onto the higher ground, can you see they've been shot in the back as they're moving up to the high ground there? So they suffered a heck of a lot of casualties from archer fire as they were trying to move up onto the higher ground. So like I say, those Carthage units were already battle depleted, and then they were being decimated by archer fire. So really what Punisher did, admitting defeat there, was I think the right thing to do, really, with all the archer fire that we had. As I say, we had 23 archer units there, and I think that's the only 2 infantry units left that we've got. 2 spear, very battle damaged spear units of Spark. I think all the rest of our infantry is dead, but our archers there and cavalry really carried the day for us, I think. There, you can see there, the Dionysos charging his cavalry. So the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game there. I thought everybody played well. And I was surprised it was a clear victory there. That did surprise me. I thought maybe average, possibly. But to get a clear victory there, I thought was pretty good for our team. Highest kills in the game goes to Brotherhood member Dionysos. 2,242 kills. I always think, you know, if you reach that 2,000 kills, even today, that's special. So to get 2,242 kills, really well done. So well done to Scorpion King, got some good kills with his SBQ army there. Good tactical moves by Scorpion King as well, coming around that the flank there and coming up onto the hill. Well done to Punisher, didn't quite get 1,000 kills. You might be a bit disappointed with that, but I thought he did well with Carthage. Well done to Fesson there. As I say, newer player to Rome Total War, Fesson. He's learning the game at the moment. So not too bad kills for him there. So well done to him. As I say, less than 1,000 kills, but he'll get better. And well done to Jean. He'll be disappointed he got less than 1,000 kills there as well. So well played, guys. And my kills, not too bad, not great, but not too bad there. Quite pleased with that, really. As I say, well done to Dionysos there, highest kills again, and well done to Spark there. He only, 49 kills short of the 2,000 mark there, so well done to Spark there, he did well. And well done to AM Nestos there with his Egyptian army. Bearing in mind he was getting no desert bonus there, I think he got some good kills. Okay, he got less than 1,000 kills, but I thought he did well with his Egyptian army, especially with those Pharaoh bowmen. So well done to him. And do you think either team had a faction advantage? With us, we had Greek cities, Rome, Armenia and Egypt. And the enemy team had Rome, Carthage, Macedon and Seleucus. So do you think either team had a faction advantage there? maybe the other team actually. Maybe we've had the faction advantage. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this 5th battle of the disadvantages here. Remember, on this Alpine Valley map, a team 1 always has the disadvantages. It's Spartan Commander saying bye for now and see you soon.